Good morning to you all. I am Pavitra Sandamali Pereira. Today I am going to talk about my final year research project, which is morphological and molecular identification of hemoparasites in captive snakes of a serpentarium in University of Peradeniya. To introduce you into my presentation, first I am going to talk about importance of this investigation. Parasitic problem is a major health hazard in animals as well as humans. Recent emergence of parasitic problems, when we talk about parasitic, not only parasitic, infectious diseases, has shown that importance of studying about pathogenic and host relationship. Pathogenesis of these snake blood parasites are not that prominent as other animals, but it can cause stunted growth, reduced nutritional conditions, reduced reproductive output, dull scales, and hemolytic anemia. Common mode of transmission of this snake hemoparasites includes an invertebrate host. In this case, this is a hepatozoon life cycle. Here, the invertebrate host is a mosquito, which also can be a mite, tick, or a leech. Common hemoparasites found in snakes are mainly hemogregarines. It includes two species, which is Hemogregarina and hepatozoon. In this image, you can see it is a intraerythrocytic blood parasite and trypanosomatics. It is a extraerythrocytic blood parasite and pyroplasms and microfilaria. Objectives of my study are isolation and identification of hemoparasites in captive white-coat snakes in Sri Lanka, because it is never done before. Although we have many captive white-coat snake collections in Sri Lanka in serpentariums and in zoological gardens and in antivenom production researchers like things, and identification of hemoparasites using molecular assays. Materials and methods used for my study are sample collection was done in Odaperadeni area. 27 animals of 6 species were used. 6 species are cobra, Russell's viper, hump-nosed viper. There are 2 species, and green pit viper and python. 2 blood smears were made using peripheral blood. This is an image of taking peripheral blood of a Russell's viper. We prick the tip of the tail of the snake, and the blood drop used for make blood smears. I made 2 blood smears from 1 animal. Then blood samples for serological studies were used, collected by cutting off the tail tip. Then morphological identification was done by staining of smears using Leishman stain. Then identification and measurement of hemoparasites were done under light microscope in oil immersion. Molecular identification, 5 positive samples were used, then DNA extraction, then PCR was done. I used 2 different primers under hepatozoon KNS and family Sarcosistidae. Gel electrophoresis was done. Results and discussion. 12 animals were positive for hemoparasitism, which is nearly half of the population. I classified the parasitemia into 3 classes. Most of the animals, it is 46% were mildly infected, then 18% was medium infection, then 36% was highly infected. Then I used Pearson correlation for calculate the relationship between parasitemia and duration in captivity. It is a negative amount, as you can see here, and the scatter plot shows that the parasitemia level decreases with the time. Morphological identification. These are images of blood smears of three different Russell's vipers. You can see it is very easy to identify the mature gametes in blood smears. It is intraerythrocytic and it is paler than the red blood cell plasma, and it has very nice dense nucleus. This is an image of a blood smear of a python. You can see there are two gametes in RBCs. Molecular identification results. Only family Sarcocystidae gene was amplified. Bands were observed at 210 base pair level. I got no bands for Hepatosome canis primer. Then results of gel electrophoresis, as I mentioned before, there was no bands for Hepatosome canis. Then family Sarcocystidae gene, I got two bands for two different samples. Causes for hemoparasitism. Stress due to change of environment just after capture. This causes reduction of immunity of the animal. Cross-infection between animals. In group cages, all animals were infected with this hemoparasite. Food sources. Negative correlation between two variables. Appropriate health management during captivity. They use ectoparasiticides and dewormers before introduced into cages in the serpentarium. Then they quarantine the animals before introducing to cages. Then I observed there is no significant relationship between hemoparasitism and venomosity, and there is no relationship between hemoparasitism and sex of the snake. With these results, I can come to a conclusion that nearly half of the population was infected with hemoparasites, and hemoparasitism decreases with captive duration, and hemoparasite of this population belongs to family Sarcocystidae. I have to confirm it using a positive control. Then further studies will be done for species identification using DNA sequencing. And these are my references. My kind acknowledgement goes to Professor Jayantha Rajapaksha of Veterinary Parasitology Department, then Dr. Thilini Anupama, Mr. Angelo Hettige, and Mr. Prematilaka and Ms. Karuna Tilaka, my parents and my colleagues. Thank you all for listening into my presentation so far. I hope you will all have a good day. Thank you.